Now on Good Morning Northwest, a suspected shoplifter shot during a fight with Spokane police. What we're learning this morning from the police chief.
Dense fog and a flood watch. Lots of weather heading our way. We're going to break it down for you coming up in just a little bit.
And a U.S. warship shot down 3 drones over the Red Sea. What those drones were doing and who was piloting them. They're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News now. So glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Monday, December 4th. Hope you had a great weekend and stayed safe with all that snow out there.
Yeah, so are we getting more? Let's check in with Mark in your first alert forecast. But I do know we're getting lots of fog.
Yeah, a lot of fog, more moisture, but not in the form of snow. Now, right now we do have some dense fog in our region. We're sitting at 34 degrees here in Spokane, into Coeur d'Alene, out of focus lights, and 32 degrees. But we do have fog in the area. So we do have snow on the ground. The secondary, you're in the neighborhood roads, and then you get to the arterials. They're looking pretty good, but we're going to see afternoon rain coming in, then more rain on top of that, and that's going to take us all the way in towards the end of the week. It's going to be a much warmer week than last week, and more snow coming in potentially this weekend. So we look at what we currently have, and we do have the cloud cover. We do have the snow coming into the Colville area, but we have the rain starting to come in off the Pacific. It's going to cross over. It's bringing in warmer air. So that's going to be our afternoon and for the next couple of days. Right now, 34 degrees here, 33 into Ritzville, freezing into Moses Lake, Wenatchee, St. Mary's, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint. Yeah, these are going to be some of the cooler temperatures for the week. We're going to warm up. Tri-Cities, 37 degrees right now. We're going to get up to temperatures into the low 40s. 43 will be our high today, but lots of rain coming our way.
Mark, thanks. A confrontation between Spokane police and a suspected shoplifter in a North Spokane Walmart ended with police shooting and killing that man. 2 officers were hurt, too.
Now, it did happen yesterday morning at the Walmart on North Colton Street. The confrontation closed down the Walmart as well as East J Avenue from North Colton to North Dakota. Spokane police say that when an officer came across the shoplifter, the officer called for backup and the fight started.
It was a very long, prolonged fight that continued into the store. During the process of the fight, one officer fired their weapon. I don't know how many times that officer fired their weapons. Again, that will come out in the interviews.
Now, the gunshot killed the suspect. Police Chief Craig Meidel, who you just heard from there, says at this point we do not know exactly what happened leading up to that shot being fired, but here's what we do know.
Responding officers did locate what appeared to be a firearm that belonged to the suspect, as well as ammunition. Responding officers also located what they believed were our tasers that appeared as if they had been deployed at some point during the prolonged fight as well.
Now, the 2 officers were injured during that fight. Neither were shot. One of the officers was transported to the hospital. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team is taking over this investigation. The officer who shot the suspect is on administrative leave. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Tensions remain high this morning in the Middle East as 3 commercial ships were attacked in the Red Sea.
The Pentagon says missiles coming from Yemen hit the ships during the 7-hour-long attack. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with details on what happened.
The Pentagon says the commercial ships were attacked over the weekend, prompting the United States to intervene with a naval destroyer. That destroyer intercepted and shot down 3 drones while on patrol assisting those ships. The Pentagon is blaming Iran for these attacks. U.S. Central Command says the attacks represent a direct threat to international commerce and security.
May have been that the missiles flew over the U.S. ships on their way to the intended target, which is one of the civilian ships. So there's a little bit of semantics here, but the important point here is that the Houthis are playing with fire by launching missiles over U.S. ships.
The Pentagon adding that the U.S. will consider all appropriate responses in full coordination with its international allies and partners. Since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, there have been a number of attacks on ships in the Red Sea. This latest attack comes as the fighting between Israel and Hamas escalates, with Israel saying they've expanded ground operations to every part of Gaza, pushing to the south as well. Israeli Defense Forces have conducted 10,000 airstrikes on the small territory since the start of the war. One this weekend reportedly killing a Hamas commander who helped carry out the October 7th attack on Israel. More than 15,000 Palestinians have died. according to the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry. The ministry also says 700 people have died in Gaza since Friday when that ceasefire ended. About 80% of the Gaza population is now homeless, according to the United Nations. And the humanitarian organization also says their shelters are overwhelmed and there's a lack of drinkable water, food, and facilities. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
A 10-month-old child reported missing from Teton County, Idaho, Friday was found dead the next morning. Just after 9 o'clock Saturday, police with the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office got a call from people who were hunting near Dan Creek Road, which is east of Idaho Falls. The group said they found a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The caller said that man was not wearing any clothes and was making odd statements. When deputies arrived, they identified that man as Jeremy Best. The Teton County Sheriff's Office had a warrant for his arrest. He was suspected of abducting his son Friday. In the area where deputies found Best, they also found his 10-month-old son dead. Best has been booked into the Bonneville County Jail.
In news around the world this morning, Vice President Kamala Harris announced new funding for the climate action on Saturday at the COP28 summit in Dubai. Harris said that the U.S. would be pledging another $3 billion to the Green Climate Fund, which is the main finance vehicle to help developing nations adapt to the climate crisis and cut fossil fuel pollution. Now, the move by the U.S. to contribute billions of dollars to the fund comes after criticism that America wasn't doing enough.
Today they are putting money. It means tomorrow their whole story will have changed because they realize that we are unrelenting. They realize that we're not going to shut up.
123 countries signed a declaration formally acknowledging that the link between climate change and health. The declaration covers a myriad of issues, including reducing emissions and increasing the amount of money that's devoted to the climate crisis.
A look out past Ski Hill officially opened yesterday to the delight of local ski lovers. Throughout the day, skiers and snowboarders took advantage of the 8 groomed trails. The resort also offers rentals, lessons, food service. To see ticket prices and hours, as well as the latest snow report, just visit its website, skilookout.com. And 49 Degrees North Ski Resort also open for business this weekend with some new amenities.
Local businesses in Chewelah are excited for the ski season, as you can imagine, and the resort is introducing some new ski runs and adding snowmaking machines, plus 7,000 square feet of some extra space that is now ready for you to come out and hang out in between those runs. And of course, as more customers come in, that means a stronger economy for the town.
More job opportunities for people in the area. It gives us the opportunity to be more competitive with pay. So those are all things that really benefit the region.
Look at that snow falling. Definitely a good welcome sight for those guys. Now, partnering with 49 Degrees North, the Missisquoi Hotel is also finishing construction right now. The new hotel will have 69 rooms, ski locker rooms, and a shuttle service. It's expected to open early next year. That'll be very exciting. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:08 on this Monday.
Mark is standing by talking about the snow we got, rain coming, and fog.
Right. Got the fog. I'm looking at that snow that was falling in that video. It's going to turn to rain. And then we're going to have rain, lower elevation, certainly, as we take a live look at, again, Cowley Park this morning. It is up and ready for your enjoyment. We hope you do enjoy it. The snow over the weekend made it look beautiful. Now the rain's moving in. We're going to talk about a slush fest. That's coming up.
Our mountain passes have had an interesting last few days. We'll give you a look.
And our smartphones have been blamed for all sorts of things. In one case, it saved a life. Coming up, how it took a bullet for its user.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your green at Jennifer's.
4 News Now and BECU are teaming up to welcome in some holiday fun and friendly holiday spirit. Send us a picture of your pet decked out for the holidays and you could win a $200 Amazon gift card courtesy of BECU. For details, go to KXLY.com/holidaypets.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a growing family-owned business with nearly half a century and 3 generations of jewelry making experience. A team of artists, craftsmen, and professionals who love what they do. A full on-site manufacturing shop available to the public for repairs and custom requests of all kinds. A center for free polish and inspection, even if you didn't buy it from us. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
Join us on a holiday vacations tour. Explore Alaska on a Glacier Bay cruise June 4th to the 16th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com keyword Spokane for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
It's time to jumpstart your New Year's resolutions this week at Move Fitness with a special Enroll Now $24 offer to get you moving more in 2024. Move Fitness.
Are you one of the millions of people living with bladder control problems and on Medicaid? Then stay tuned for a free offer from ActiveStyle.
Hello. At ActiveStyle, we understand your needs and offer convenient, discreet home delivery of a variety of incontinence products. And they may be available at no cost to you if you're Medicaid eligible. When you call us, a personal incontinence consultant, someone like me, will help you find the right product that is both comfortable and makes you feel secure. If the fit is not right, we'll send different products until you are completely satisfied. That's our Get It Right guarantee. Your privacy is assured. Our incontinence products arrive direct to your door in discreet boxes, so no more embarrassing trips to the store. If you or someone you know is incontinent, call us now. And if you're Medicaid eligible, we'll send you a free sample.
If you're on Medicaid, call for your free sample. ActiveStyle is the most convenient and discreet way to get your incontinence supplies.
Call 1-800-521-3875.
It is 6:12. This is what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Alaska Airlines announced it will buy Hawaiian Airlines for $1.9 billion.
The CEO of Alaska Airlines says this deal will preserve both brands and ultimately benefit the consumer with more competitive deals in the industry. Now, both companies will be keeping their original brands while the deal closes, which is expected to take 12 to 18 months. The combined organization will be based in Seattle, but Alaska says that it will establish a major hub in Honolulu. We'll have an in-depth look at that merger coming up in about 20 minutes.
Following new Israeli airstrikes on Saturday and Sunday, the emergency wards at 2 of Gaza City's only functioning hospitals are crammed. The wounded are treated in the open and courtyards are full of body bags. Many of those seen are children. Israel claims one strike killed a senior Hamas commander who helped plan the October 7th attacks.
Well, check this out. A college athlete in Florida has his phone to thank for saving his life. Authorities say the man was walking home when he was shot 3 times in a drive-by shooting. The victim, a 20-year-old college football player, was shot in the thigh and the hand. Now, one of those bullets hit his index finger, striking his phone, which he was using at the time, potentially saving his life. Now, his name hasn't been released, but arrests have been made in this case. It's unclear if the shooting was random or targeted.
6:13, your 10-second takeaway of fog this morning, rain moving in this afternoon, and make sure to take your time today. It's going to get a little rough out there in some areas. 43 will be our high today.
While this warmer weather should help clear the roads, the Department of Transportation is still urging you to remain cautious, especially while driving over the pass.
If it says traction tires required, that means traction tires are required. It's not recommended, it's a requirement. Our closure times would be vastly reduced if people would follow the restrictions.
The DOT recommends you stay off of the roads until conditions improve. But if you really need to go out, make sure you drive carefully. Give yourself plenty of time. And for us right now, it's not that snow. It is some slick roads. The road temperature is obviously cooler than the air.
Definitely saw some ice this morning, that's for sure.
It's now 6:14.
The U.S. Supreme Court is hearing a case that could have huge implications for the justice system. It's a case that is at the heart of America's deadly opioid crisis and the wealthy family behind OxyContin. The story right after the break.
And as we send you to that break, here's a live look at the beautiful Cowley Park. That's the gingerbread house. It's a Monday. We'll be right back.
Holiday Tipping Guide.
Thank you so much for everything this year.
The do's and don'ts of tipping. Who gets what this Christmas? Watch the next Inside Edition. Tonight at a special time.
Kylie and I know there's a lot of great choices for new and pre-owned cars in North Idaho.
And we want Parker Subaru to be your first choice.
Because Parker Subaru has won the coveted Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award every year since we began in 2012.
Not only do we have a great selection of Subarus, we have an award-winning service center.
Because we are committed to keeping you satisfied long after the purchase.
Right now, it's the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event. Visit Parker Subaru in Coeur d'Alene.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged 5 weeks to absolute perfection. Oven-ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast. Reserve yours immediately, exclusively at Yoke's Fresh Markets.
One of my favorite programs is the People Helping People program.
Any BECU member can nominate a nonprofit that they care about.
We are so appreciative of BECU and their support for our program. One of our parents, who also happens to work here, was able to nominate us. Our service of the community really aligns well with BECU.
Last year, we gave away 3 grants in Spokane. This year, we're slated to give away $525,000.
Thanks to BECU, we are able to meet the needs of more families.
I was in the hospital with my son for 18 months.
When he got injured, I knew I had to be strong.
I just remember rushing into his room and giving him a big hug and letting him know I was there.
These veterans and families are just a few of the heroes we serve at Homes for Our Troops. We build specially adapted custom homes with features like wheelchair access and automatic door openers that allow them to focus on their recovery and family.
This house is freedom. It's hope. It's a new beginning.
Visit hfotusa.org.
4 News Now is brought to you by Clark's Diamond Jewelers.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back in 6:18 on this Monday. A legal battle is brewing due to the opioid crisis. The Supreme Court will be hearing a case today that could have implications far beyond the pharmaceutical industry. ABC's Derek Dennis explains.
It's a potential watershed moment in the opioid epidemic. Today, the Supreme Court will review a $6 billion bankruptcy settlement between Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, and the victims and communities ravaged by the opioid crisis. At issue, the deal gives Purdue Pharma's owners, the Sackler family, immunity, protecting them from lawsuits.
The victims fought for this plan because they want to help people who have lost loved ones who have been affected by the opioid crisis to recover money.
Attorney Edward Niger helped negotiate the settlement and wants it upheld. But the Justice Department is opposed, arguing there must be unanimous consent among all the claimants to give the Sackler family, which made billions off OxyContin, immunity.
The Sacklers may be bad people, but they're not stupid people. And they will not give any money to abate the opioid crisis or to victims to help rebuild their lives unless they get those releases. If they really want to make a lesson of what the Sacklers did, they can and should criminally prosecute the Sacklers.
Ellen Isaacs lost her son Ryan to an overdose after he was prescribed OxyContin at 16 years old. Her attorney, Michael Quinn, is seeking a jury trial to keep the Sackler family on the hook.
In a way, this case is about deterrence. It's about holding corporate leaders and owners accountable for their business decisions.
If approved, the bankruptcy settlement would pay $6 billion to individual families, state health programs, and Native American tribes over the next 18 years. But if the deal is blocked, legal experts say it could set a precedent for how corporate bankruptcy cases are settled. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Well, here's a live look out at Cowley Park this morning. You can see the lights are shining bright, a little bit of the fog kind of hanging over there, but still beautiful, even in the foggy conditions.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. We have good news this morning. Today, we're making it official. We want to welcome Natalie officially to the Good Morning Northwest team. Here we go.
Happy to be here, for sure. Yeah, it's been so fun hanging out with you guys for the last month, and excited to do it for a longer time now. It'll be very fun.
Good long time. Beginning of an era.
Yeah. Did we talk about the coffee and donuts thing that we...
Oh, for the first, when we make it official, you have to bring coffee and donuts.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
Let's
bring it.
Talk about the fog.
No,
just kidding.
All right, here we go. We have zero visibility in some areas. We have dense fog and a dense fog advisory that goes into and stays in effect in places at times all the way through Wednesday. So extra time on your trips to and from wherever is going to be good news. Now, also, we're talking about the potential for flooding until 4 o'clock Thursday. This is going to kick into effect this afternoon. We're going to see the rain melting off the snow, also gathering, and many of the grates in the roads are packed with snow and ice. If you can clear those out and just, put some holes in them, that'd be great, because the rain's going to start about 2 o'clock. We're going to see it come in from the west. This is going to start to add up, and we're going to see throughout the next 72 hours this rain. By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we see over half an inch of rain. That's a lot of rain for us, but then we're going to continue to add to it almost an inch as we get into Wednesday morning, potentially more by Thursday, with up to 2 inches of rain in some areas. Now, today it's going to be rain coming in this afternoon, 43 for the high. Tonight, temperatures down to 38, but that'll be the cool spot. It'll warm back up again in the early morning hours, and we're going to get those south winds gusting to 30 miles an hour. Right now, we're sitting in the low to mid 30s just about everywhere you go. 32 into Spirit Lake, 33 Deer Park. Cheney, you're at 31. And we look at that forecast radar, and we look at 1, 2 o'clock. Really, that rain's starting to move in. We're going to see that continue to push through. Maybe a break around dinner time, and then we're going to see more coming in, and then we're going to see more sustained rain after that through Tuesday into Tuesday night. Wednesday will be another wet day. Then things start to taper off a little bit, but then we're going to see rain, snow mixed. 43 our high today, 46 Ritzville, heading south into the Palouse, 45 with upper 30s, Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. As we look at our planning forecast, planning on wet weather all the way through Wednesday, 70% chance on Thursday, Friday a 50% chance, and we're going to have temperatures cooling below freezing, so snow and rain, snow mixed during the day. Yay us. All right, it is Monday at 6:22. Time for our Pet of the Week.
2 of the recent residents at Companions Animal Center were eager to go on a holiday adventure. Hugo and his new best friend Rhino were able to join us over the weekend in the Hayden Lights Parade. Hugo is a 6-year-old, very friendly big boy who loves just about everything. He is very well behaved, house-trained, and loves to ride in the car and on a parade float. A current favorite among staff and volunteers, you're sure to see why once you meet Hugo. Stop by and meet him Tuesday through Sunday, or for more information, visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Tim, they're so cute, aren't they?
We love them. Look at their little jackets, and they're so well behaved during the parade. My dog would not be that well behaved during the parade for sure.
There you go. They need homes. It's now 6:23.
And still to come on Sunday night, the Gonzaga women's basketball team came out against number 3 Stanford in only what could be described as a statement game. And that statement, well, rank us. We'll show you in Morning Sports coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
Lewis Culligan, your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one-and-done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
As we start to close out the college football season, the transition to basketball begins, and it's never too early to start putting together a solid resume for March, and that's exactly what the Gonzaga Bulldogs did on Sunday afternoon. They welcomed in the third-ranked Stanford Cardinal, but that number did not faze the Zags at all, as they absolutely took it to the team from the Pac-12. The Bulldogs shooting better than 53% from the field and 41% from three-point range. Senior guard Brina Maxwell had her best game in a Bulldog uniform, scoring a game-high 27 points. Yvonne Ejim right behind her with 25 of her own. And despite 2 losses on the season, this team feels they should be ranked when the latest polls come out.
I think we should have been ranked before. So I used to vote. Now I don't get to vote anymore. So I've been a voter at one time or another, and it doesn't mean that much. But if people are paying attention, if they really know the teams that they're voting for, then I don't know how they would not vote for us, to be honest.
And the college football playoff was revealed on Sunday morning, and the state of Washington will be represented in the field. The Huskies coming in as the #2 seed in the bracket. They will face off against the Texas Longhorns on January 1st in the Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans. The winner of that matchup is going to face off against either Michigan or Alabama in the national championship game. Now, despite going 13-0 in the regular season and surviving one of the toughest Pac-12 schedules ever, Washington still enters this game as 4-point underdogs to Texas, but they got a month to prepare, so we'll see how things shake up. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:28.
Still to come this morning, Alaska Airlines is expanding to a much warmer destination where you could soon be catching a flight.
And earlier this year, he fell 3 stories out of a window and lived, but there's a long road to recovery ahead. How the Spokane community came together this weekend in support.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
At Parker Toyota, we believe in driving with confidence. Parker Toyota's certified pre-owned vehicles offer you affordability and dependability when buying your next Toyota.
We take the guesswork out of buying pre-owned because every Toyota certified vehicles goes through 160-point check by our trained technician.
Whether it's a stylish sedan or versatile SUV or a fuel-efficient hybrid, we have the largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles in the area.
See our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you.
Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker will walk you through a couple of the morning's top stories.
Today, we're hoping to learn more about the circumstances that led to police officers shooting and killing a man in a North Spokane Walmart. Police say that they confronted a suspected shoplifter, which led to a fight inside the store. Now, during that fight, an officer fired his weapon and the suspect was killed. 2 officers were injured. The store remained closed for the investigation. We'll continue to follow this story. You can look for updates on our website, KXLY.com.
Indonesia's Merapi volcano erupted Sunday, spewing volcanic ash thousands of feet into the air. 11 climbers have died. Another dozen are missing following the eruption. Cars, roads, and entire villages nearby are blanketed in ash as evacuations remain underway. Located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, Indonesia has 127 active volcanoes, more than anywhere else in the world.
Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, December 4th. Mark Peterson here with your first alert forecast, and it's a foggy start.
Yes, the temperatures change even a degree or so. We see them changing now downtown, out of the fog temporarily, but we do have dense fog elsewhere. We're sitting at 34 degrees. So again, those temperatures change 1 or 2 degrees, and then it makes a huge change. Now, this is what we have. We have the side streets covered in snow and ice, and then the main arterials looking pretty good. So use caution. The rain is only going to add to the slickness of that this afternoon, at least for a while. Then more rain expected. The 4 things you need to know. Much warmer this week, but then by this weekend, we could see things cool down, more snow moving in. Satellite and radar. Well, we're not picking up anything on radar because it's a dry sky. We're going to continue to have the cloud cover, but we're seeing this rain moving in, and that's going to be, again, that atmospheric river that's going to be over us for the next several days. Right now we're sitting at 34 degrees, 32 into Coeur d'Alene, 33 into St. Mary's. Then we have that also into Ritzville. As you head to Moses Lake, you're sitting at 32. So we look at the slide today. Well, we're into good air quality to start off the week, and chances are we'll stay there. But we're going to have rain throughout the afternoon with highs into the low 40s today.
And at the Breaking Now desk, we're tracking a major move in the travel industry this morning. Alaska Airlines, the nation's 5th largest carrier, announcing an agreement to buy Hawaiian Airlines. The combined organization will be based in Seattle, but Alaska Airlines says it will establish a major hub in Honolulu. The new deal is worth nearly $2 billion. The companies would keep the same names, but operate under one CEO. The airline's loyalty programs would also combine.
Combined entity will have more than $13 billion in annual revenue, 365 aircraft, 1,400 flights a day, and serve 138 destinations, including 29 international and over 1,200 destinations globally through our One World Alliance.
But it's far from a done deal. Last year, JetBlue reached a deal to buy Spirit Airlines, but the Justice Department is suing to block the merger, saying it would violate antitrust laws and drive airfares higher with fewer choices for travelers. Fewer choices, critics say, because JetBlue and Spirit currently compete over many of the same routes. Alaska Airlines CEO says that's not the case between Alaska and Hawaiian. He says there's little overlap between them on routes, so he's confident this merger will get the green light. Now, that deal is expected to take at least a year to finalize. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Thanks, Sydney. Well, local Spokane restaurants came together for a fundraiser this weekend following a tragic accident. Back in September, 24-year-old Derek Jones fell out of his window 3 stories down and onto his driveway. His dad, Frank, says that doctors think he had a seizure or a stroke that was caused by a brain tumor that they discovered after the accident. At Sorella in Kendall Yards, people came together to fundraise money for Derek's medical expenses through food, auction items, and more.
He knows about it, but does he comprehend it completely? Not really. But he will in time. That's what we're hoping.
Now, if you missed the event, you can visit our website, KXLY.com, to learn how you can donate to Derek and his family.
The Red Lion Pub closed its downtown Spokane doors for good this weekend. It's located on Division in Maine, had its last hurrah party Sunday. The Red Lion first opened in Spokane in 1959. In 2020, the 100-year-old building was sold to a new owner.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:35 on this Monday.
And Mark is working diligently on his forecast, and we are giving him a little time to mosey in to tell us all about it.
So the knee surgery last Wednesday was a huge success.
You were limping, I saw that.
But it did not make me, the $6 million man. I can't move that fast. All right, we are going to see a continuation of some light fog in the area. We will see that on the move. We have a dense fog advisory in effect. We'll talk about that and our flood watch. That's all coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, finding hope in Liberty Lake, how one refugee family went from war-torn Ukraine to finding a new place to call home. And as we go to break, here's a first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new research on weight loss medication and alcohol use.
I have no desire to drink wine anymore. And that's crazy to me because I couldn't stop before.
A new case study composed of 6 people screening positive for alcohol use disorder, or AUD, found that they all saw a clinically significant decrease in symptoms while they were using semaglutide for weight loss. Christy Martin, who was not part of the study, says while she used to drink wine every night, her urge to drink has disappeared.
Drinking for me was becoming a bit of an issue, and the fact that I just have no desire for it is something I didn't expect and is just an amazing side benefit.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Dr. Jen Ashton weighs in live on what this new research means and who it could benefit. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding your back is back, or finding psoriasis can't deny the splendor of these thighs. Once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Aw, come on! Leftovers are for quitters! That's why the Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Save up to $200 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup, plus 4 years no interest financing and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
Drinking watermelon moonshine.
The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
They're so much more than employees, so give them the health plan they deserve. Premera Blue Cross, with access to a wide range of mental health resources. Premera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
It's Captain Marvel, Brie Larson.
You're singing and dancing in the new Marvel. Yes, it's a planet where their language is in song. This is my planet.
Plus, Brandy Clark. Next, Kelly.
Watch Kelly today at a special time.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your family-owned fireplace and stove experts. Andy's team specializes in heat and glow fireplace installation and service, ensuring the best heat and ambience for your home. Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your trusted experts since 1972.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have
I really
another
hope
bad
we don't
day
have
at
another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back. The war in Ukraine continues to drive many families and kids away from their homes.
But one Ukrainian refugee family now has a new home in Liberty Lake. Peter Choi shares how they hope their story inspires hope in others.
After months of moving from country to country, one Ukrainian family marked a major milestone, finding their home here in Liberty Lake. And tonight they're thankful for this new opportunity, and they want to set an example of hope for other refugees.
It's a journey that no one saw coming. It was very difficult because all border crossing was blocked off, she says. Driving for 8 days, Lydia Klemenko and her family were desperately fleeing from the war. I thought there was no future after living through the first days of war, she says. She and her family landed in Spokane with hope for a new home.
Just kind of started out as like a dream, just sort of like, could this even happen? Could it work?
The Thrive Center and local real estate broker were there to help.
I'm a first-generation American, and I just think everyone should have a chance. I never say, well, that's not going to work, even though a lot of people might feel like it won't or think it wouldn't work. And I say, hey, if people are willing to work hard and figure out a way, you can make things happen.
After weeks of getting documents and waiting for approval, her family now has a place to call a home. She says, it's my dream. It's a miracle. I believe in miracles because miracles do happen. Then I asked her husband what home means to them. He says home is peace. Home is everyone here with me. Home is where nothing is blowing up and flying over my head. It is everything. And one last message to community in Spokane.
Thank you, Spokane. Merry Christmas.
In Liberty Lake, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
A great Christmas present there for them, for sure.
Incredible. It is now 6:42.
Have you had a chance to drive by the Cowley Park lights yet to check out all those Christmas lights?
Awesome.
Well, if you haven't, you're in luck. We'll take you above the lights in today's Air for Adventure. It's coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the only time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to a light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
It's time to say yes to your healthcare story. The Washington Health Plan Finder helps you find new health plan options like Cascade Care. These plans cover primary care visits, mental health services, and generic drugs all before meeting a deductible. Start your next chapter off right by enrolling in your 2023 health plan at wahealthplanfinder.org. Don't wait until it's too late. Enroll now.
Mississauga Casino Hotel is the place to spend this holiday season for your chance to win. PVR tickets, retro boom boxes, Nintendo Switch gaming devices, PS5 gaming consoles, Hawks game tickets, and of course, cash.
This guy again. Pops. Hey, son. You got a little something on your face. Needed a quick shave. Quick shave? Respect the process. It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. It's from Gillette Labs. Gillette Labs? Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. Looking smooth. Feeling even smoother. How about hooking me up with some Gillette Labs? Check your texts. You're the best. Nah, you're the best. The best a man can get keeps getting better. The next generation of shaving is Gillette Labs.
Imagine if information came with a nutrition label. Then you'd know if what you're consuming has the right mix of facts, sources, and context. But it's on us to make healthier choices about what to consume, share, and act on. Get Newslit Fit at newsliteracyweek.org.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
It is 6:45. This is a look at Cowley Park just outside of Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. It is, as you know, once again lit up for the holidays, and the snow we got just adds to the magic of those lights. While you can drive by or even walk through the park to enjoy the lights, the inspiration for making spirits bright is the children in the hospital who can look down and see all of those twinkling lights. In today's Air 4 Adventure, we give you a view from above.
We've been doing this 7 years. This got started by Mark coming in the store and saying, I've got this idea.
I get a call from Children's Miracle Network. Is there any way to light the lights in the park? We got a bid to light up the hospital, but they wouldn't even be able to see that. And she goes, but we have these trees right outside. I see them. Any way we could light those up?
I was thinking a few lights and a couple trees in the park. I didn't imagine something this grand.
All right, are you ready? All right, get your hand on there. Remember, you got to push it really hard. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, go! Merry Christmas! We're lighting up the lights at Cowley Park. It is absolutely amazing. Lovely, and all around the park, all the ground display. It is absolutely beautiful.
It is so special when someone's walking through the park, especially if they're, having a rough day up there. There's always stories every year of someone coming down in the park and making comments, whether they've had a bad day up there, whether it's a staff member, a family, someone who's been let out of the hospital and then get to go home and they stop and look at the lights on the way by.
So Avista supplies trucks and men to put the lights up into the trees. ACE is supplying 90% or more of the lights. Horizon Credit Union supplies 20 people. It's the volunteers that make it happen, and they love it. This year, the gingerbread house is a standout. Looks absolutely perfect. Clearwater Summit had all their guys on it. This year, we're also going to have a tree dedicated to those affected with breast cancer. And one of the gals that's been with us for 7 years passed away a couple months ago, Pamela Wilmering, and we're dedicating that tree to her and all those. For the 7th year, from Cowley Park, I'm Mark Peterson, 4 News Now Extreme Team, hoping and wishing that we are truly making spirits bright.
Wow, wow, wow. That turned out so beautiful there.
Yeah.
And here's a live look at Cowley Park as well. Still lit up this morning here as you're heading out the door. A little bit of fog, but still absolutely gorgeous.
And there are kids who, are having a hard time sleeping right now, who are sick or injured, and they can look out and just, what a cool takeaway for them.
So far, no complaints that have kept them awake, which is nice. We just hear so much positivity about it, and that is the payoff.
Beautiful.
It really is making some people's spirits bright, and that's what we want to do. That's our end goal. All right, our end goal now is see how many of those electrical areas stay lit with all the rain coming in. We have visibility that is very limited in some areas, so please use caution. We do have also a flood watch in effect all the way through Thursday because of the amount of rain we're going to get. A couple of inches potentially, but also the snow that we've received over the last 4 days is going to melt, and that's going to be urban flooding and flooding into the lower areas. So we take a look, and by this afternoon, we're going to see that rain starting to come in from the west. It's going to then overrun us. It's going to be heavier into the mountains, of course, but we're going to see over an inch in Coeur d'Alene. We'll have half an inch. That's today. We're going to add to that as this continues to build and come over the top of us. We'll have potentially by Wednesday morning an inch. We have more expected Wednesday, almost 2 inches in Coeur d'Alene. Sandpoint could see 3 inches of rain. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of moisture. 43 for the high today, which is well above average. Overnight lows of 38, above freezing, and gusty south warm winds. That's going to be a bit of a snow eater in some areas along with the rain. Now, we look at what we have for temperatures, and right now we're sitting at 34 downtown with less fog than we had earlier today, 33 into Deer Park. Cheney, you're at 31. Dense fog over into areas of the West Plains. We're going to see this rain come in potentially around 2 o'clock. It's going to hang in there. We're going to see it continue to push through, and you're going to see a lot of green. Okay, because it's warm, and this is going to be that atmospheric river that's going to continue to push over us. So here's our planning forecast. 43 today, near 50 tomorrow, overnight lows around 40, and then we're going to have mid-40s for Wednesday with rain, and we'll see the chance of rain and snow decrease, but we'll also see temperatures cool into the mid-30s with overnight lows into the mid-20s. It's going to be a rockin' week. We thank you for joining us. Your morning sprint's coming up. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
Respect, protect, pay essential grocery store workers.
One good job should be enough for an honest person.
UFCW 3000, the Essential Workers Union, helps make that a reality.
UFCW 3000 fights to make sure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
Fair wages, health care, and a pension plan. The things every working person deserves. Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover during our 12 days of gifting.
A new special every day. Visit us in-store or online.
Come in to Lake Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
It's time to jumpstart your New Year's resolutions this week at Move Fitness with a special Enroll Now $24 offer to get you moving more in 2024. Move Fitness.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday and the work week with the morning sprint.
A U.S. warship responded to Iran-backed rebels in Yemen, firing a barrage of missiles and drones at commercial ships. Sydney Charles has those details.
But first, let's get to Mark talking about some dense fog in the forecast.
All right, good morning. We do have, again, dense fog in the area and a dense fog advisory that's going to continue all the way through Thursday. Now, these warm temperatures are going to melt the snow, and the rain coming in, well, that's going to add to the moisture in the air, and that is going to produce that fog. So about 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to have, again, rain showers that are going to be very prevalent our area to the north, and then tonight, tomorrow, it's going to be in the south as that crosses over us. Our day today, yeah, it's going to be warm. We are going to see temperatures about 43 degrees. We're going to have rain coming in this afternoon. We could see half an inch today.
Today, we're hoping to learn more about the circumstances that led to police officers shooting and killing a man in the North Spokane Walmart. Police say they confronted a suspected shoplifter, which led to a fight inside the store. Now, during that fight, an officer fired his weapon and the suspect was killed. 2 officers were injured. The store remained closed, for the investigation. We'll continue to follow this story, and you can look for updates on our website, KXLY.com.
A 10-month-old child reported missing from Teton County, Idaho, Friday was found dead the next morning. Just after 9 o'clock Saturday, police with the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office got a call from people who were hunting east of Idaho Falls. The group said they found a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The caller said the man was not wearing clothes and was making odd statements. When deputies arrived, they identified that man as Jeremy Best. The Teton County Sheriff's Office had a warrant for his arrest. He was suspected of abducting his son Friday. In the area where deputies found Best, they also found his 10-month-old son dead. Best has been booked into the Bonneville County Jail.
The trial of a former Pasco police officer, Richard Aguirre, resumes tomorrow morning. Aguirre is on trial for first-degree murder for the killing of Ruby Doss in 1986. Doss was a former sex worker whose body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane. Now, so far, a former police detective and a forensic officer have been called as witnesses. The defense is arguing that evidence points to someone other than their client.
And tensions remain high in the Middle East this morning. The Pentagon says 3 commercial ships were attacked in the Red Sea, prompting the United States to intervene with a naval destroyer. The Pentagon is blaming Iran for the attacks. U.S. Central Command says the attacks represent a direct threat to international commerce and security. Since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, there have been a number of attacks on ships in the Red Sea. This latest attack comes as Israel expands its ground operations to, quote, every part of Gaza.
Alaska Airlines announced it will buy Hawaiian Airlines for $1.9 billion. The CEO of Alaska says that this deal will preserve both brands and ultimately benefit the consumer with more competitive deals in the industry. Both companies will keep their original brands while the deal closes, an expected 12 to 18 months. The combined organization will be based in Seattle, but Alaska Airlines says it will establish a major hub in Honolulu.
Well, Lookout Pass Ski Hill officially opened on Sunday to the delight of local ski lovers. Throughout the day, skiers and snowboarders took advantage of the 8 groomed trails. The resort also offers rentals, lessons, and food service. To see ticket prices and hours, as well as the latest snow report, you can head on over to their website, skilookout.com.
49 Degrees North Ski Resort also open for business this weekend with some new amenities. Local businesses in Chewelah are excited for the ski season. The resort is introducing new ski runs and adding snowmaking machines, plus 7,000 square feet of extra space that's now ready for you to come and hang out in between runs. Of course, more customers means a stronger economy for town.
And Monday Night Football is tonight. You can watch right here at 5 o'clock as the Bengals take on the Jaguars. You can watch Derek Dice for special editions of 4 News Now at 3, 4, and then right after the game. We'll be right back after the break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
You know that feeling of having to rewash dishes that didn't get clean? I don't.
Cascade Platinum Plus with double the Dawn grease fighting power and double the scrubbing power for a no rewash clean and a cabinet ready shine. Upgrade to Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Just for 7 o'clock, and you can see the fog, the ebb and flow that we're going to be seeing throughout the day. with a dense fog advisory now in effect all the way through Thursday, and then a flood watch as well because of the rain coming in this afternoon, taking us all the way through Thursday as well. So our high today is going to be in the low 40s. We're going to see rain really starting this afternoon about 2. It's going to stay with us through the day. Overnight, temperatures are going to be above freezing, 38 for the overnight low, and then warming to near 50 tomorrow. So the melt-off continues. Mid-40s Wednesday, all this well above average. Get a bit of a break on Thursday, but a high of 40 expected.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, and we'll see you throughout Good Morning America with local updates. GMA starts now.